And I have a great topic right off the bat. Shout out to Unfiltered in the chat. I'm going to address this. Phil. Max, do not entertain this BS, please. And I will say, well, I respectfully 1,000% disagree with you, Phil. Can I be real? This is a fault. This is a pet peeve with, and I would love to hear your response, Phil, in the chat. And I'll have you on MME Live soon again. But this is a pet peeve of my fellow movie pundits that are, I'm a small channel. We all have smaller channels where I think we miss the mark of what the top channels are doing. Who the hell is this in the chat?
We have a special guest.
Who the heck is this?
Look at this.
Okay. Well, I think we should entertain more BS as long as we don't tell you to believe BS. Believe what you want. I'm not soliciting memberships, super chats, have a Patreon to talk about BS. Hold on, I'm on a rant, Bruce. I'm on a rant. But if the top movie pundits, the John Campias, the Grace Randolphs, and then James Gunn and Matt Reeves are not offended by a question, I am going to talk about it, and I think that makes movie talk better. As long as I'm not telling the audience what to believe, and I have there's a huge group online that are so so aggressive towards a certain aspect of movie talk with rumors and speculation. It's almost as aggressive as the anti-SJWs are about wokeness and progressiveness. And it's weird.
Holy shit, Max, I agree with you.
As long as I'm not telling you to believe
you agree with Max?
As long as I'm not, look, Grossi, and I know you don't like BS either, but I think a lot of us are so stuck in our minds and our bubbles that we don't like scoops or rumors. Talk about it and say, you know what, I don't believe this one. And then that's better movie talk. If I'm going to talk about it off air, I'm going to talk about it on air.
All right, I want to jump in right here and say, if James Gunn and Matt Reeves are willing to talk about it, we should be able to talk about it. And we are. We're not going to let anyone dissuade us from talking about topics here. We're here to have the discussion.
And we're not singling you out, Phil. We get this a lot from the community. Oh, this is BS. I know Donovan, one of our viewers loves to say, oh, I completely don't believe this. Great. I didn't tell you to believe it. But I mean, Degrassi, you're our guest, which I didn't know you're going to be here tonight. Which is great. So what do you think on this topic of whether you should cover topics, or it really depends on, to my opinion, it's how you deliver it to the audience.
I mean, I think if it's your stream or your show or your channel, you should cover whatever you want.
Well, I mean, for instance, like rumors and speculation. If it's in the nerd talk, why not talk about it on a stream?
Yeah, I mean, like what? I mean, it's like growing up in a movie theater and growing up in a comic shop. What else do you think we talked about?
Right. If you go, and Degrassi, if Bruce or me talks about a BS rumor and we talk to you like on a social media or on X
talk about rumors?
Yeah, and you say, oh, this rumor's BS. That's still talking about it. Why not make content out of that?
Yeah, I agree completely. Yes. But here's two things. I'm honored to be the lucky Pierre tonight. And you know what a lucky Pierre is, or who the lucky Pierre is?
No.
He's the lucky gentleman in the middle of a devil's tower.
Is that where this is going?
No, anyway,
I haven't had it. Yeah, you got to take me to dinner first.
And here's another thing. Ever since I started going into your chat and just, where I started and where I'm at now, people like John Campia and Grace Randolph and Christian Harloff and I don't care who it is, right? They don't know any more about this shit than you or me or
right.
Lucifer.
They act just projecting confidence, right?
Yes, it's I don't want to call it a grift because they might have
some sources, but
but fewer and fewer on a long enough timeline, they're just pulling shit out of their ass.
Like I do. It's just Bruce tells the audience that I do.
Yeah, but, I mean,
I am here to push back on your nonsense, Mac. That's what I'm here for.
They're just